Starting over is a great thing. Starting over is a beautiful thing. Starting over is where you want to be right now. Starting over right now is exactly where the universe wants you to be. How many people in here right now are starting over? If you are starting over right now, this is specifically for you. The universe wants you to know it's okay to start over. The universe wants you to know that it's natural to start over. It's natural. It's the evolution of everything that ever existed. You see, you were too comfortable in your old lifestyle. You were just too relaxed in your comfort zone. This is the way your spirit renews itself. This is the way your soul rejuvenates the greatness that's inside of you. You have greatness inside of you. Starting over is just a simple reminder of your greatness. This is the time for your new ideas to manifest itself. This is the time for the new challenges to be conquered. This is the time for your new energy to flourish. Embrace it. Embrace your new beginning. Own it. Claim it. It's yours. Enjoy the process because your success will taste so sweet at the end. Your new beginning is just an awakening of your greatness. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. In 2008, I owned 3 music stores in Atlanta, Georgia. Right before President Barack Obama was elected, the housing markets collapsed. They dubbed it the Great Recession. It was the worst economic recession since the Great Depression. The $8 trillion housing market had collapsed and the stock market had tumbled. Consumers were not spending no money because people were just broke. My business suffered and I was forced to close down. I was forced to hit the reset button, just like many other Americans. I had to start over. But instead of looking at my music store closure as a negative, I looked at it as an opportunity to start something new. And I started one of the biggest hip-hop websites in the world with over 200,000 members worldwide. I came to realize starting over is a wonderful thing. And I actually enjoy the starting over process. Starting over is a part of Earth's natural process. So let me drop a little science real quick for all my science lovers here tonight. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old. And there has been 7 mass extinctions since the Earth was formed. The planet you were born in hit the reset button and started over at least 7 times. Scientists say our beautiful planet Earth is currently in its midlife, meaning our planet has approximately 5 billion more years before it moves completely in the sun and disintegrates. Planet Earth will be no more. I'm sorry I had to bring this news to everybody. I hope I didn't ruin your day with this information. But hey, don't worry. We won't be here on Earth to experience this terrible ending. So if you're in your 40s right now, you are considered middle age. The human life expectancy is approximately 78 years. By middle age, you should have already started over 7 times. I'm going to repeat that. If you are in your 40s, or approaching your 40s, you should have at least started over at least 7 times in your lifespan. This is the time to reinvent yourself. And don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. I'm sure everyone in this room heard this popular phrase, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. But did you know that fear is not real? What's the definition of fear? Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. Did you hear that? It's an unpleasant emotion. Fear is simply an emotion. And what is an emotion? An emotion is a natural instinct, a state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. So you see, fear is simply an emotion. And everyone knows you shouldn't allow your emotions to control your decisions. Nelson Mandela said, Courage is not the absence of fear, but it triumphs over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. You see, successful people are the ones who conquer this emotion called fear, because fear is not real. It's simply an emotion. Now, everyone in this room right now seems to be very intelligent. I can tell you all are a bunch of smart individuals. But I want to take a moment to take you guys back to elementary school. In elementary school, we all learned that the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. But what most adults forget is in order for that caterpillar to turn into a butterfly, it must first digest itself. The caterpillar digests itself and then rebuilds itself. On one random day, the caterpillar would stop eating. The caterpillar would then hang itself upside down from a leaf. It spins itself into a silk-like cocoon, also known as its protected case. The caterpillar then transforms its body and eventually emerges into this beautiful butterfly. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you are digesting your old self. You are rebuilding and transforming yourself into a beautiful butterfly. Once again, enjoy the process. Own it. Claim it. It's yours. There are two men I would like to use as great examples of successful individuals who hit the reset button and did great things in life. Some people may not know the story of Charles Dutton. I call him Charles Reset Dutton. But y'all may simply know him as Rock. Rock had a hit TV show in the 1990s called Rock. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. And at 17 years old, Rock was an amateur boxer. But in 1968, Rock got into a street fight with a man, and the man died. Rock was found guilty of manslaughter and served 7 years in prison. Rock says the man attacked him and he was just defending himself. Since his release, Rock has been in over 40 movies, big name movies including Crocodile Dundee and Alien 3. Charles Dutton says because he killed a guy in real life, they say he could never do anything great, and he resented that. Charles Dutton is a perfect example of someone hitting the reset button, tapping into their greatness, and using starting over as an opportunity to explore new challenges. My second example is funny man and actor Tim Allen, who currently has one of the top TV shows on ABC called Last Man Standing. As of today, his most recent episode had 6 million views, making it the #1 show on Friday nights. But in 1978, Tim Allen was arrested in Kalamazoo, Michigan, with 650 grams of cocaine. Tim Allen was facing a possible life sentence, but he was ultimately sentenced to only 3 to 7 years in prison. After being a convicted drug dealer, Tim Allen is now one of America's favorite funny men, and our kids love Tim Allen. Tim Allen is forever embedded in our children's childhood. Starred in hit movies such as Santa Claus, Toy Story, Bud Lightyears, and Jungle to Jungle. As a convicted drug dealer, Tim Allen was able to hit the reset button and discover the greatness within himself. Tim Allen looked at his conviction as an opportunity to explore something great. Tim Allen knew it was time to channel his energy towards new endeavors, and he did it amazingly. Now, I know these two forms of hitting the reset buttons are extreme, but I wanted to use extreme examples so you can see your starting over phase is not as bad as you think it is. It's not even bad at all. Starting over is actually a great thing. Love that you are starting over. You need to own it, claim it, embrace it. It's yours. Be proud of it. Love the process. Love it. Thank you for listening.